Welcome everybody to the Wrestle for Real podcast. You know we do each and every Monday night, WWE Monday Night Raw post show. Got Stan with me, got Spook with me to go over the show, get some thoughts, get some insight, some what happens next. We had some things happen tonight on the show that's worth discussing, so we're gonna get right into it, man. The show opened with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. I don't think they have an official tag team name, but I might have just came up with something. Versus the Kabuki Warriors, who were for the women's. It's just the women's tag team. Yeah, the women's tag team championship. This one has been advertised for a little while now, so we was expecting this one on Monday Night Raw. These ladies. It was okay. I think we've seen a lot of it, so I don't. I'm probably just interested to get some thoughts on this one, but we've seen a lot of these ladies kind of going at it, so it wasn't anything really special here or something we didn't expect to see in terms of what they was able to do in the ring. They're always going to have fairly solid chemistry in the ring. They're going to do well. Rhea, Io, get a nice big pop when they coming out. This one ended with the women's world tag team champions changing hands, making Rhea Ripley and Io Sky the new women's tag team champions. Man, what you thought about this one, Stan? Man, you thought this match and does this mean anything? What's next for the women's tag team champions? We kind of been seeing a lot of teams thrown together, but are they gonna be able to sustain anything from this?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure the first challengers will probably be like Charlotte and or it could be Lash and Nia. You just don't know because they just really throwing teams together, putting putting cliques together, and just making it stick since they don't have actually. It's only one true bona fide team. Everybody else is just like getting thrown together.
What team is that?
Kabuki Warriors.
The team that just lost.
I know the only ones with an actual like
Okay.
name, and they have like
Yeah.
entrance music. They have a move that they do together. They've traveled the road together for years. They've known each other forever. Like they were a team before in other promotions, so it's like they're the only true team. Everybody else is just like homegirls clicking up.
I mean, what you thought about Spook the Kabuki Warriors their title reign, man? Is it was it an interesting one to you, man? I mean, I don't know how long they held into the championships, man, but did you find yourself at any point wanting to see these two ladies, Oscar and Kyrie Sane, go out there, man, and have
Not
a
really.
match?
Not really. Just if we can do away with a couple belts at this point, that would be one of them. Maybe bring back an old belt from WCW or from from the beginning of WWE or something that will be interesting. This belt is really it has no worth right now.
Yeah, it's just like seeing somebody with a championship around their waist is kind of one of those things where it just gets a pop. The championships get a pop. Whenever somebody wins it, but how many of these championships right now in the WWE are really meaningful, man? Is there any championship that you're like when someone wins it, that one means something? What do you think, Stan?
I mean, the World Heavyweight Championship, the WWE Championship,
Okay, so the two big ones.
I actually like the Intercontinental Championship, but I feel like they don't have enough belts, man. They do it AEW does, man. More belts.
So
They
you
got
and you get a belt. You get a belt.
everybody. They for
These
the
these
longest growing up, I never understood, especially since Ring of Honor always had one, the Trios Championship. How WWE, a lot of groups are like trios. Why have they never had one? You know what I mean?
I think
And I
because
get,
you have to keep going down that road of threes now. It's harder to keep up with.
but yeah, I mean, just it is a lot of belts, but it's really not a lot when you look at like other promotions. They really got a comfortable number. It only seems like a lot because they added like secondary titles for the women, and the women that could be going for those secondary titles are now locked up in like tag team teams. So it's like it's just weird.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm with you stand on the more belts, but the women belts, man, they not popping. But I'm with you on the more belts. I mean, I understand. I feel you on that, man. We do need to bring back some old ones, create some new ones, man. You know, because it's always somebody doing something, man. You know, the high flying belt.
Well, that was the cruiserweight championship.
Yeah, cruiserweight. Then they changed that to 205.
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt like if they ever
hardcore championship.
Yeah, they tried to bring back the hardcore, but it was called the 24/7 title. It was literally kind of like the hardcore, but it was just
comedy.
Yeah,
definitely that.
Because, like back in the day, we had hardcore, we had European. Those two like meant something.
Television championship.
Yeah, television champion. That meant something.
I think the reason why the hardcore and the cruiserweight is kind of special is because there's a stipulation around it, almost like the X division was. I don't think the X division is quite the same, but there was.
It's technically there.
Just like a select few that can qualify for those belts.
Yeah, like you know what to expect in a cruiserweight championship match.
Technically, the X division is there, like cruiserweight. Technically, because they created it for like AJ Styles, I think. Saying that was
like almost like a cruiserweight and a hardcore championship.
Yeah,
kind of in one. So it made it more meaningful when you're looking at the cruiserweight championship and the hardcore championship. You got stipulations around it. When you just have a title like the Intercontinental or the United States, anybody can fight for that. It's just a regular match, so it doesn't have as much prestige. And you're kind of just hoping that guy goes to the next level once they win that championship like it used to be. But it don't feel like it have the meaning. When he was doing the open challenge, I think it was like the title kind of it meant a little bit, but the match started to mean a lot more. People wanted to see that particular match. But they got to figure out something if they're going to, because they're just dropping regular titles. Like right now, if they added the TV championship, it would be a brawl for all, right? Everybody could qualify, whether you're a heavyweight or whether you're a smaller guy or whatever. Like everybody can qualify for it. So it doesn't really make it anything special. You got to find a way to make that match special. So how do they make it special with those matches, the qualifiers? I mean, the open challenge, or if they went to the tournament style stuff sometimes. But other than those big two, I don't know, man. We got interesting champions. I think Dominic is an interesting one. Carmella just got his first reign. Becky is probably the hottest woman in the game right now. So
Carmella got what belt?
US.
Yeah,
wow,
US.
That's crazy, man. Finally, we got her.
Yeah, man. So he holding that one down. So you got some solid champs. They just got to figure out a way to make those titles actually mean something. So, because you got to think they're doing them on Monday Night Raw. Before that, the championships was almost exclusively on pay-per-view. So if it was like on a regular show, it was like a big deal. Like it wasn't no small thing. And now they're just kind of throwing championship matches everywhere. Like tonight we had 3. And we're going to get into those, but we had 3 title matches on the same card. It's almost no way to make them all feel big without not talking about the other one in some capacity. But opening with this one, Rhea and Io, we're not sure. I mean, a lot of people are thinking Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss is going to be going at it with these ladies. I don't know about Lash Legend and Nia yet. I feel like Lash might still be still kind of getting her weight up a little bit. I don't know if they're going to throw her in there in any meaningful way, unless it's just somebody that can lose because they are more of a heel tag team. But it's not a whole lot of options. At one point, I thought we was getting a Roxanne and Liv tag team and Lyra and Bayley. So we're just gonna keep throwing stuff together, man. They need to just like introduce like 5 new tag teams into team. Come bring them from AAA or something, man. Like we can get some tag teams, and I don't know what you do with all the ladies, but it'll be interesting to have some official tag teams out there that could work and do some things. But I guess that's a work in progress since the women just started getting more exposure in actual wrestling very recently. So it may be why we haven't gotten many women tag teams, because that's obviously not a thing of the past. So they're just trying to figure it out. But in the meantime, Rhea and Io are the new World Tag Team Champions. I don't think it's mean much. But after this, we had Gunther come out there, cut a promo, was swiftly and quickly interrupted by AJ Styles.
Called it.
I think, we talked about AJ Styles now being free from the tag team title picture. So he was gonna probably go over there and get it in with Gunther. We seen Gunther kind of teasing that a couple of weeks ago. Not much of a shocker here for those that's been paying attention. But it also set up a match for next week, Monday Night Raw, from I believe it's Dusseldorf, Germany. If I said
Yeah.
it wrong.
Okay.
But the only match on the card,
Okay.
that's the only match on the card that we have for next week. So not much. Other than that, quick build up. The news cycle and wrestling, like everything else, is moving very, very fast. So it's hard to get a build more than 2 weeks out. So that's what we got with these two, man. But what you thought about that promo tonight, staying with AJ and Gunther and this match coming up, man? Anything meaningful? Or we just gonna run it back with a bunch of John Cena buddies or guys John Cena respected John. We're gonna keep doing that, keep lining those guys up.
Pretty much, so they figure out what they're gonna do with Gunther.
Yeah, he's not gonna lose anytime soon, I don't think.
Yeah, so they just doing that to figure out what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, could Brock Lesnar be a guy that respected Cena and try to come to his rescue and lose?
I don't know, but I mean, I don't know if it'll be Brock though. But I still have my personal opinion of who I want to like retire Brock Lesnar. But I guess we'll see when we get there.
Well, you think he's retiring anytime soon?
Nah, Brock's gonna be. I mean, Brock is probably this year,
Think so?
probably, or next year.
It just seems like he wrestles so little that I don't even like. What would be the point of retiring? You barely there.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the point though, to like officially just move him over to a Legends contract.
Okay. Well, we got that match set up for next week. After this, we had Becky Lynch versus Maxine. I think since the first time we seen Becky Lynch and Maxine go at it, we've been trying to chase that same high from that very first match. I don't know if we've ever quite gotten back there. I don't believe so. But it's been one of those things where they're trying to rekindle that magic that they had. This match felt a little quick. I don't know if it was rushed or what have you, but and the crowd just wasn't seeming very into this night at all out there at the Barclays in Brooklyn, New York. So I'm not really sure. This match didn't do much for me. It kind of ended with Becky getting the pin in a controversial way to possibly further the storyline and keep things going. But what you thought about this match, Spook, with Becky Lynch and Maxine and Becky Lynch retaining this championship, man? Is that the right decision?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's the right decision. It just happened, man. Maxine had her little run. It's time for her to get back to the drawing board to see where she go from here. That's really it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was a good little match. She tried to do her thing. She had a couple good moves that she put on Becky. But, Becky's the man. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to stop Becky, man.
What you thought, Stan? This was the right decision, man, getting the title back on Becky Lynch going into Royal Rumble, possibly Mania season?
Not really. The match kind of sucked, in my opinion. And then the finish was kind of like, I was like, was that supposed to happen? Because it just didn't look. I don't know. It just didn't look like that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, it came across a little awkward, but because she grabbed the ring rope, that made me feel like it was something that was planned and supposed to happen there. But it just, honestly, I think what you're really saying, it was just very underwhelming. Is really what it felt like. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
It didn't really do anything. The whole night felt really dry compared to the debut show on Netflix. Especially up until this point. I guess everybody was waiting for a lot more than what we actually ended up getting, because fans created a lot more hype probably than the WWE did. The WWE simply said, we're doing a crossover with Stranger Things. That's all we got for you.
That's all they said.
That's all we got. So y'all come up with all these narratives. I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting to hear the Judas, and see Chris Jericho come out there. I don't want him to come out to Y2J. I just want Judas in the list. And that's about it for me. But we didn't get any of that. So we just got a standard show. The Usos came out after this one, got a promo from the fans, from the audience out there, just basically talking, man. When they was out there, I was thinking, I think I probably posted there's no like money tag team to interrupt them at this particular point in time. You're kind of thinking like, what if there's a tag team that's going to get a pop that the crowd is gonna go crazy for, that can interrupt them. Who was that gonna be? And there was nobody. They just cut a promo, said they did, running the show right now, and went back to the back, man. What you think the Usos Spook gotten stored, man? Like what's next for these guys? And they got the championship, but who they gonna fight?
Nobody. They ain't got nobody to fight. AJ just went to another program. So I mean, I would say, what if the Street Profits come over and challenge them? That'll be about the best.
I haven't seen them in a few weeks. I feel like it's been maybe.
New Day. New Day is. Nah, I don't want to see them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Street Profits and the Usos, man. I can see a little program with that going on, man. With both they coming to each other's, night. You know what I'm saying, and interrupting and making some matches on that. And kind of leading up to some at a pay-per-view event or something like that. But that's really it. You know what I'm saying? There's really nobody else. I mean, maybe what's up with JD and Finn?
JD out.
He hurt?
Yeah.
Dang, yeah, there's nobody left.
I mean, they can put a tag team together. They got 2 superstars. That's a tag team that they can do that folks been waiting for. Ray Phoenix and his brother Penta.
Yeah, they ain't doing
Since they, yeah, I know, but since they love putting tag teams together.
No, that would be, they love putting tag teams together that don't make sense.
Don't make sense? Yeah, I know.
It's not. No. Now, once one of them win the World Heavyweight Championship, then they'll get together as a tag team. They'll do it on the back end. So, like, that's what we're waiting on. If you want to get into the tag team division, you got to win single gold. So that's kind of what they're doing, man. It's so backwards. I don't know, man. I see someone, say the Hardys, but I don't know if the Hardys will come over just for that. If they do, it'd have to be a little bigger, I would think, than Monday Night Raw or regular P.
But yeah, that's a WrestleMania scene right there. That's the opening of the show on night 1.
It could be. It could. I don't know if the Hardys care to come over for that purpose, though, man. I don't know, man. But we just don't have no big tag. I mean, they just gonna end up wrestling someone who a lot of people really just don't care about, or just
NXT don't have anybody.
They have some, but it's not. It ain't in the NXT world. They moving. They making some noise. But if they would have walked out on that main roster tonight, wow, the Usos was cutting that promo, nobody would have cared or.
Yeah, because the only ones that's like probably coming up soon is like Hank and Tank.
And yeah, it's we're not sponsored by Quick Trip. We don't give them no free promo, man. Come on, man. It's just putting them on the map out here, man. They ain't did nothing for us. But yeah, we don't have many tag teams that's on the come up either. They just haven't really focused on that part of the division in the WWE. So we're kind of seeing the results of that, man. And we keep at like 1 week we'll see the War Raiders, then we won't see them for a month. We'll see the Creed, then we won't see them for a month. So I don't really know what the Usos is looking like. But maybe they could just at least get some good matches. I don't think it's going to be very meaningful. After this, we had another promo by the Raw Women's Champion, Stephanie Becker, who came out with a, what do you call it? I was going to say
the boot.
Lower, yeah, the boot.
Yeah, it's like she had that's still like high ankle sprain boot.
Yeah, so she looks like she might be on the show for a while. Her promo was interrupted by bad English. Raquel Rodriguez. She came out and attacked her from behind, and this whole segment meant nothing to me. It didn't move anything. I don't think the fans cared about anything going on here, but it looks like the program may continue with her and Raquel Rodriguez. She went to the back. There was another attack. What you think about this one, Spook, man, with Stephanie Becker, man, and how she's done as the champion so far, and now she seemingly might have to take some time off.
Man, that's cool on them, man. Like you said, man, they getting injured so quick now, man. It's not like the olden days, man. Them boys never got hurt too much, man. So I don't know what it is now that's going on. Here we go again. It could be another belt for a minute, man. So I mean, I don't know who will be next up.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna. Well, the thing is, they don't let her defend the title too much, so she probably could get away with just not being on TV for a while and nobody would even notice, because they've kind of done that before. With Io Sky was missing a lot when she had it. Stephanie was off and on and a little spotty a lot in the beginning as well. So when she had it, so I don't think they're gonna strip her of the title. They may just give her time to heal up while they just give us some other matches, man. But Stan, what you think, man? You think there's a chance they strip her, or are they just gonna wait it out?
I can't really tell if it's like a actual injury or like a storyline injury, honestly. So, but I don't know. Like, I guess we'll see in the next coming days how they're gonna handle it.
Yeah,
Cause I saw nothing in her last match that would cause her to be hurt. So, but
yeah. If it was the last match, man, she could have fell down
well,
from.
yeah, the live show.
Who knows what could have even happened there? But I think that they're really trying to push Stephanie Becker, but I think she's had a lot of start and stops going on, and they still want to push her. But I don't know if she's really gonna get like a good 6 months just banger. And this would have been that time going into WrestleMania season, and I'm not sure if it's gonna look like that. But when she comes back, or however she comes back, it looks like Raquel Rodriguez is gonna be there waiting, and not sure what Raquel's affiliation with Judgment Day is. We've two of them are out right now, so we really haven't seen them together like that. And other than Liv and Roxanne, who Liv was in action in this next match against Lyra Valkyria with Bailey in her corner. It was okay, man. It was an okay match. It was solid. It wasn't nothing. I don't know why this match happened. I think that I would say this. Lyra, there was some antics on the outside with Becky Lee and Roxanne, which eventually led to Lyra losing to Liv Morgan in this particular one. For I don't know if there's even many stakes on the line or anything like that as far as this match is concerned, but it is what it is. Um, but for the women's division to be kind of not as interesting, I think it's been kind of missing some stuff across the board. They literally had 3 matches tonight. When I first saw that card, I was like, wow. And I think the crowd responded accordingly. The crowd was really, really dry all night until the main event. And I think that had something to do with it. I don't think you can just not give us interesting feuds and interesting stories with these ladies and then say we're going to have 3 matches on the card from the women's division. I don't know where everybody else was or what was going on. Did they already go to Germany? I don't know what was happening here, man. But what you thought about this one, Stan, with Lyra and Liv Morgan out?
It was the same, man. It was a match. I thought it would be better, honestly, because of the 2 women that were there, but it just felt like it was just something to do. It didn't really look good, in my opinion. I mean, it was decent, but it wasn't like, oh man, this was amazing. And I think the crowd, they were just ready to get to the main event,
Yeah, the
which is
crowd was
crazy.
definitely there for just the main event.
Yeah, that and the hope of maybe Jericho coming out. That was all they
Anybody,
were wanting.
Roman Reigns coming out, The
Yeah,
Rock coming
that's
out.
it.
Just something more happening, and the way the lineup was, the card was. I kind of thought that meant it would be more surprises, but to ask the women to carry the card, and it's not a bad thing. I think they just missed the timing of it, because there was a time where that Becky Lynch and Maxine match would have been real big, and that would have been right after that first match. But instead, they had Maxine go train, and she's talking about she don't want to fight yet. And I'm like, that just almost killed her. Like, she should have immediately got that rematch, and it would have been big. So they had it at that time. Now we're so far removed from a few matches from Maxine that it's like it don't have the same energy that it had before. All everyone really care about with Rhea and Io is the beginning of the match and the end of the match. Not really much in between. So it was hard for them. And Lyra and Liv just, I don't even know why they were on the card on this one. Not sure how that match came about. Unless I missed something, but they was not really. The timing of it was a little off. Io and Rhea had a different window as well, where that match could have meant a little bit more. But when you already see them in a fatal 4-way and all these different variations, it just kind of takes away from what that could have been based on what they did, what they decided to do now. That really didn't mean much. And honestly, I don't even know if anybody really cared. But 2 titles changed hands at this point. couple of backstage things. We did have a official announcement with Javon Evans signing to the main roster, WWE Monday Night Raw. Man, what you think about that, Spook? Man, Javon Evans from NXT coming up to the main roster and playing with the big boys now on Raw.
I mean, that's a good thing for him. I mean, I don't know too much about his whole career, but I mean, from what I've seen, he can get down. You know what I'm saying? He's a high flyer. Just hopefully he's a lot careful, as far as with all these extravagant moves. Because now you're on the big card and you don't want to get, lost in the shuffle. So, you know what I'm saying? You definitely want to, try to maintain that. So, I mean, we'll see what what he produced.
Stan, what you think about, man? Javon Evans coming up, man. What you think about that on coming up specifically to Monday Night Raw, and who might be his first feud or his first match? Who we looking at?
First match, I don't know, but it's gonna be it's a good look though, because he has like a lot of the tools. He can talk on the mic. Hopefully they continue to let him be himself like Sean was doing at NXT. He can wrestle, he's athletic, he gets the crowd hype. Like it's pretty much all the tools that you want. Like he can put on a great match. So, but as far as his first opponent, like hopefully he'll get a win. So I don't know. Like I don't know who's that male superstar on Raw that could give him like a great match and also a win. They really don't have to be a win because he had a great match with Gunther in the tournament and he lost. But the debut match, I guess you want it to be a win per se, unless it's one of those where he doesn't get the win, but he looks great. Because, like, of course, John Cena lost to Kurt Angle, I think. And then, of course, Carmelo lost his first match to Cody Rhodes, but everyone was saying, man, he looks amazing. So, but
well, you
I
can
guess
always do a match where the opponent is disqualified, so you don't have to give either person the win. So he can get with a El Grande Americano or a Ludwig Kaiser, the Ludwig Kaiser character is gone. They're not even trying to act like it's two different people. We've never seen a Ludwig Kaiser sighting anymore. But he could have a match like that where it could end in DQ because of Ryo, Bryo, Sayo, Tayo, all of those guys can get involved and try to do something. So he'll definitely put on a good match with him. If he's just going to get a win, I would say probably a Kofi Kingston or Xavier Woods, somebody like that, where he can just kind of get a win and it doesn't really do anything to the other opponent in there as well to help further him along. But I guess next week maybe he'll be in action. Maybe we'll get some stuff. But like you said, man, there's been a lot of injuries. So if there's any time for whoever's available, you better step up while you got the chance. Because there was speculation Chad Gable might be ready to come back. So, he was one of those featured in every segment. Sheamus was featured a lot. Rusev was featured a lot. And Dominic was featured a lot. The entire Judgment Day was featured a lot. All of these guys are gone right now. I think I might have missed somebody. Well, Penta, he just came back. So he's probably going to start getting his spot all over again. So Seth Rollins at some point is coming back, on a much bigger dog level. So right now is the time to take advantage of the fact that there are so many injuries. And of course, Naomi, Bianca, and now Stephanie Becker is out on the women's side. So you have a lot of opportunity here. So I don't know if anybody's going to emerge from all of this, but it's not because they don't have the opportunity to. So we'll see what kind of happens with these guys and gals at that point. The main event, which started about 9:50, I was like, what is happening right now? I'm thinking Braun Breaker's about to come out and cut a promo. I'm like, this can't be the match. Like, what's going on? It started real early tonight. So, but they got it started early, and this match went on for a minute because we had several commercial breaks for those of us watching on Netflix in the United States. Prunk and Braun were at it, man. It was a very the match was more traditional. It was definitely a different pace. It wasn't a high flying type of match or anything like that. It definitely felt more at the pace of a CM Punk, a little bit at the pace of a Braun Breaker as far as how this match went. I thought it was a solid match. I just felt like something may have been missing. It did not feel as big, and I don't know what that was. It didn't feel like a very big match by the time it started. I think, I don't know, maybe Braun wasn't built up correctly or he wasn't built up as a star more than just a wrecking machine. He just didn't have that star power. It was just something missing there for me. I couldn't really put my finger on why this match didn't feel bigger, but the crowd did wake up a little bit going into this match. They were all waiting on this match. I think low key everybody might have been waiting on this match, unless you are related to Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, or Becky Lynch, or one of those ladies. Other than that, we were just waiting for this main event. I would say it delivers. It started to break down. The referee got hurt. We saw the Vision come out, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, and Austin Theory, which led to a trios tag team coming out. What do you know, man? Might have to consider those championships. Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and Penta came out, all to Penta's music. I was surprised to see Dragon Lee. I didn't expect that. I guess they felt like, if you're backstage and you got a mask on, we need you right now in the ring. So they got Dragon Lee out there, man, and those guys brawled out of there, out of the arena somewhere, some way, somehow. Went back to a one-on-one match with just Paul Heyman at Braun Breaker's side, out there causing disruption as only he does. CM Punk finally did get his hands on Paul Heyman, gave him one to the top of the dome. That was all it took. Paul Heyman hit the deck, rolled out of there. You got to respect Paul Heyman, man. I don't know how old he is, man, but Paul Heyman is active. Paul Heyman is with it, man. I mean, he's gonna get his real true flowers when he's done. Paul Heyman is in a real class by himself, man. But the match continued. We had a attempted go to sleep. We had a STF, a nod to John Cena at one point. So I thought it was a pretty good match. But the outcome was the outcome, man. CM Punk retaining his World Heavyweight Championship in the end. I've said it. I've been on record saying that Braun Breaker was not ready to win this championship. I just didn't see anything that made me feel like this was the guy at this particular point in time. But I don't know what it means for him coming back up the card and where does he end up now, man. But what you thought about the main event, Spook, man? Was this the right decision to keep the title on CM Punk? And what do you think this looks like for Braun Breaker?
I don't know, man. Like you said, the whole night was some was missing. So it didn't match at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just too much time in between. It started early. Then Braun was out there about 10 minutes by himself. Then they went to the crowd. Then, that's when CM Punk comes out. Yeah, I don't know what to,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, as far as the whole match wise, I mean, it was a good match. Solid match. I don't know. I mean, I really don't have much to say on it, man. It was, like I said, just match to me, man. It really didn't have that pop, man, especially for the supposed to be like a big show tonight, man, for the second season of
Mm-hmm.
and so it wasn't there tonight.
So what you think happens with Braun Breaker? What do you think? Happens with him?
I mean, nothing bad or anything like that. I mean, Braun is gonna be Braun. You know what I'm saying? He run it back. I mean, you could do another Monday Night Raw. You could do, you can try to throw him a little PLE. Either one will work. You know what I'm saying? So I just hopefully the next one they make it a little bit bigger and exciting. To want to watch. Some type of either stipulation or some type of like a type of match or something like that. But yeah, just need something else extra in it.
I think they just got to do a better job of building Braun Breaker back up, unless the intention was for him to not win anytime soon. Because in theory, if Seth Rollins was here, this is Braun Breaker's not in the title match on Monday Night Raw tonight. I don't see that. So maybe the plan was always to wait till maybe a SummerSlam for a Braun Breaker way down the line somewhere, as opposed to having to thrust him into this title picture because of Seth Rollins going down to injury. But what you thought about this main event, Stan? Punk retaining and Braun Breaker, having to figure it out, man. What you thought about this?
I mean, I was fine with it either way. I felt like it was the right decision because you still want to have him chase that. So that's probably what they're just gonna do. Have him like chase that title. Which is fine with me, honestly.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I mean, so other than Braun, who else is in the title picture right now? What you think? Who else they got that could step up to CM Punk at this point? Is it somebody from the Vision? Is it just someone else? Like, what would they go, or do they just have to keep lining up the guys from the Vision, or more specifically, Braun?
I mean, yeah, Braun is probably about the best thing they got smoking. Because Gunther is with AJ right now for the next, I guess couple of weeks or so. I don't know what they're doing with Roman right now. I don't know what's his status. So it's just kind of hard to say, man, as far as what Punk is, I mean, well, they got to keep him on TV. You know what I'm saying? So they will have to figure out what's the deal, or what's the gist of, who to run it back with or who to run them against with now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What you think, Stan? Who we got? Who we got around the corner, man? Who we got possibly, if not Braun Breaker?
Um,
And I kind of don't think it's Braun. I mean, when is the last time someone lost and they wasn't the champion and they all of a sudden just still in the title picture getting a rematch? Like, that's not
I
normal.
feel like he can get back in it.
Right away, or are we talking about
Nah.
the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, something like that. It just depends on what, like, as the year goes. Well, not the years. As the next few months goes, you'll kind of be able to see who like separates them, who they feel like can separate themselves.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to look like, man. It's probably partially why Cody Rhodes is over there with Drew McIntyre, and they've been fighting forever. So,
Or ever.
on the Raw side, AJ is tied up. There are some injuries and some people out. I think that next week, what we should get is some tension in the Vision, and Logan Paul saying, "It's my turn now," or Bronson Reed saying, "It's my turn now." Like, it's next man up. Like, I think that they should start, giving us someone else from the Vision, even Austin Theory. I'm just giving us somebody else at that point. But I feel like if Braun Breaker didn't win, I don't think anybody's beating CM Punk short of WrestleMania. I just don't. I don't know that he's gonna lose the title before then, unless something happens unforeseen that we're unaware of. But there's no big names that's gonna come back other than Seth Rollins, and I think he's on pace for either late April or early May. So I know that he's gonna come back and just get that championship back, but it does at least set up the potential of something. But right now we just trying to figure it out, man. I felt like the show tonight was pretty quick based on the four matches they had on the card, and kind of getting through the women really fast, and getting to this main event here. But even the main event, man, it just felt like, it felt a little dry. It didn't feel very big at all. None of the titles changing hands felt very big at all. Two of which was predictable, I believe, and the last one which didn't. I think the results was on par with what made the most sense at this particular point, man. Man, you got an MVP for the night, Spook, man. What you think, man, on this show that was a little dry tonight?
I'm gonna pass it to Stan.
And Stan, what you got, man? Yeah, you got somebody, man, that did we get something out of somebody tonight?
I mean, the main event was good, and
Okay.
the opening match was good.
Okay.
So those 6 people
Mm-hmm.
are my MVP.
They did it for you.
Because those were the 2 best matches in my opinion.
Okay. I mean, yeah, yeah. Based on these other matches, they should have been. I go with I go with somebody who didn't wrestle, man. I go with the Usos, man. They came out there popping off, talking that talk in the audience, man. They always do well cutting promos together. At least it had me fired up, man. I just wish something would have happened that started whatever the next steps were. But I feel like going into this season, or if it's looked at that way, but this new year with Monday Night Raw, I don't know the direction of anything. I thought we was gonna get a lot of answers tonight, like who's the next challenger for anybody? Who's the next challenger for Dominic? We don't know. Who's the next challenger for Stephanie? She looked like she's about to be out. Who's the next challenger for CM Punk now that Braun lost? The championships, we don't know. The women's championships, we don't know. Either championships, I'm sorry, we don't know. The women's intercontinental, I guess it looks like Maxine might still be in the title picture, but I got to be honest, she's been losing steam week after week, so I don't know how much we care about that, but I don't think we have really any answers on what everything looks like moving forward. That's just really exciting enough, man. They really phoned it in, man. This looked like what that show they did the week before Christmas, man. That Monday before Christmas show, I think it was, where it was just like, y'all just go out there, do whatever y'all come up with, man. No, that's what this looked like tonight. Because two
Go and
titles changed
have fun.
hands. And they had 3 title matches, two changing hands, and we still not excited. Like that should be something to be excited about. Nobody really cares because of the nature of the opponents and who these titles were on at the time. So hopefully WWE come back next week a little harder, man. This definitely was a bit of a dry one, and the crowd did not care at all. I don't know what the people in the Barclays was doing or what they gave them to eat, but they did not care at all, man. They popped for Rhea and Io, and they popped for CM Punk's music. They stayed right up in there, and that was pretty much it. They was like, "Yep, we pretty much ready to go." So either way, this was the kind of show we had tonight, man. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The Wrestle for Real podcast each and every Monday night following Monday Night Raw. We appreciate the support. Catch us wherever you get your podcasts, iHeart, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We definitely appreciate that. Continue to chop in with us and join the conversation. So we will be right back here, same place, same time next week, man. Stan, appreciate you jumping on. Spook, appreciate you jumping on, man. I'm gonna catch up with y'all when we catch up next week, man. Until then.
All right.